Hey guys, okay, today we're going to be assembling this Woodland Mills bandsaw blade sharpener that I picked up a couple of weeks ago, and it's a pretty rainy day out today, so I thought it'd be a good day to assemble it and try it out on these bandsaw blades that I have. So part of the reason why I bought this, I was buying bandsaw blades, but I mean, we got to a point where there's so many bandsaw blades laying around, and it just seemed like a waste not to resharpen them and reuse them, and a lot of times when you sharpen them and reset them, they can actually be better than they were from the factory. So you can get a lot of life out of these blades by sharpening, you know, up to 10, 15 times and then resetting the teeth. So I decided to pick this up. So basically I already took it out of the box. This was in Canada, so this shipped from Canada. It's made in Sweden. But basically what it comes with, you've got your mounting stand here, and then you've got your advancing arm and control box here. This is the motor head. You've got your legs and sort of support arms to support the blade while you're sharpening. You got a box of hardware, a grinding stone that comes with, and what else? Oh, you've got your manual and a couple of extra fuses here for the control box and motor, which we'll talk about. But yeah, so we'll start by sharpening this blade once I get it all together. But as you can see here, I've got a ton of blades to do, so it made this purchase definitely worthwhile. So let's get to it. I just also wanted to mention, guys, I picked up the tooth setter here from Woodland Mills as well, which I'll do another video on this. Assembly is very easy, and we'll go through using it. So basically, I just got everything organized here just so you can see what we have. We're going to assemble the legs first. So you've got 4 lower legs and 4 upper legs. So we're just going to bolt those together. Okay, so here's the base for the motor. So this would be the front, this is the back, because this is where the support arms go. So we're going to mount the legs to the front, and it's just a little bit different than the back. We're going to put it sort of like that. And then we're going to put a wing nut on this front piece here, and then a regular bolt down through there. And this one here is actually a lock nut, nylon lock nut. Okay, so there's the stand done. Okay, so I'm going to mount this control box here to the stand with these M6 bolts. It just says to use 2 in the manual, but there's 3 holes and 3 bolts, but we'll wait till the end and make sure we don't need that bolt for something else. Okay. Okay, next we're going to mount this advancer. And we just got one nut here. And we're just going to put it on, but not super tight. Okay, next we're going to mount the grinding head to this control box with this knob and washer. This will allow you to adjust the angle here. You see there's markings 7, 10, 15 degrees. So whatever you want your blade to be, you can just move this into place like that. Okay, so also got to make sure we plug it in. Okay, and then we'll mount our grinding disc. So there's a nut on here. Just remove that. Grinding disc. Okay, then we're just going to mount this depth adjustment rod. So it screws up into here. Then we'll put this little through knob on. And we'll put this nut on. And this acts as a jam nut for this knob. With a shield on the front. Okay, now we're going to mount our blade support arms. So they just go through these holes and they meet up like this underneath. And then you can use, if you're mounting it to a bench without the legs, you can use this M6 bolt. But for us, we're mounting it obviously on the stand, so we're going to use this knob here. So we're going to line that up underneath. Tighten that down. Okay, so now we're going to mount our support arm extensions. They just go like this, and depending on the size of your blade, you can adjust them, and they give you sort of a recommendation. So we're using 144-inch sawmill blades. I don't have a Woodland mill sawmill, but this would be what the equivalent is, this HM 126 130 blade. So we're going to put our bolt into the second hole on the extension here. Okay, there we go. Okay, this thing's pretty much set up. Okay, so the very first thing we need to do is connect this to a fully charged battery. This battery is fully charged. I just replugged in the charger, so it thinks it's empty. But anyway, I'm going to connect this to my 12-volt battery. And I like that it's 12 volts, so it's obviously made to use, you know, in the field. You can connect it to your truck battery, or it's just a lot more versatile than having it on house voltage. So this up. I'm just going to leave it charging as I'm using it. Okay, we'll just make sure everything works here. So this is our grinder. And this is our advancer. So battery's ready to go. So we're going to stop this. And the very first thing we need to do is profile this new grinding stone. So anytime you get a new grinding stone or you get this thing new, this has to be profiled. So this has a sort of a 90-degree profile on it from the factory. There's nothing on it. We need to make this look like this template that they give you. So basically that's the shape that this needs to take. Right there. And we're going to use the stone that it comes with, which is a grinding stone. Basically this is just a stone that's harder than the material this is made out of. So we're going to use this to shape our stone. I think we got it. So I'm gonna put the gauge there. See, fits that profile exactly. Just gotta shape it, and works pretty well. Okay, let's get on to setting up some other things on it. Okay, next we're going to set the hook angle, which is basically the angle that you're carving out of the tooth. And that's these numbers down here. So 7 for softwoods, or sorry, 7 for hardwoods, 10 for general, 14 for softwoods. So I'm going to be probably using this on hardwoods. Actually, no, we'll go general. So there's a little detent right here. So we'll put it in the middle one. All right, I'm going to tighten it down. Okay, so I'm just going to mount the blade here. The first time. And that seems way too big for the support arms. So I think, yeah, this is, okay, so I'm gonna have to move this. This is actually supposed to be these two holes into here, not two from here. So let me just adjust that. Onto our supports. And then with this. And we're going to tighten this down so that the blade moves. Okay, let's flip on our advancer. This is a pretty rusty blade, so it's a little bit rough going through, but I think it'll be okay. So turn on the advancer. Okay, it doesn't sound like it's struggling too much. Just back this off. Yeah, okay, now we want to tighten it so that it's tight, but there's no movement in the blade. Okay, so that seems pretty good there. So next we're going to start adjusting our advancement and our grinder head. So we're going to put this little acorn nut down on this plate. And I got it cranked so it stays away from the tooth there. I'll get this a little lower. And it's just missing the tooth. So we've got to get it so that it just tries to touch the tooth. The grinder's off here, keep in mind. And I got to bring it down lower. So we're going to use this knob up here. And we're going to crank it out so that the grinder goes down further. Okay, it's just hitting there, so now we have to adjust. I don't want it hitting. So we want this advancer to push the tooth further. Okay, that should be good there. Okay, so now the grinder's not hitting the tooth. Let me just move the camera here. Okay, I think it's safe to start the grinder now. There's no major interference. Okay, so the grinder's just touching the tooth. And it needs to go a little bit deeper into the cut. So we're going to back the knob off on the grinder. Okay, so that seems deep enough there. Okay, so it's looking pretty good there. It's cutting the tooth right, but it's not coming out of the gullet of each tooth properly. So the gullet is the lower part. Basically, it's just going down, it's just shaving off the side. So we need to make the motor do sort of more of this movement here. And let me just stop and I'll show you how you adjust that. So to make the motor do more of this adjustment, you have to adjust this little plate right here where the acorn nut sits, and basically, let me move this out of the way. Basically this plate is going up and down at each cycle. So if you move this plate down, this has less of a lever effect, I guess you could call it. So if you move it down, it's actually moving this up and down less so that it stays in the gullet longer as this advances the blades. Okay guys, I got it adjusted all the way back to the opposite angle. Let's see how that goes. Just gotta make the grinder go deeper. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, so it's staying in the gullet longer. I think that's good. I think we got it set. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. Got this other blade on here that I'm sharpening now. But hopefully that helps some people, you know, with sharpening these blades. This is actually a really great machine just from using it for, you know, a few minutes here. It seems to be well made. Overall, well-built unit. All the hardware is really nice to use. It's easy to set up. There's a lot of, you know, playing around you're going to have to do with it to get it to cut each tooth on your bandsaw perfectly. But it's highly adjustable, so you know, just you can make adjustments here, there, everywhere, just to get the exact cut quality you want, the shape of tooth you want, depending on what you guys are cutting. So yeah, highly recommend this, and it'll save you money and it'll allow you to do, I think, a better job at cutting wood because you're able to customize your teeth. So if you got any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll be doing another video on the tooth setter later on. Thanks for watching.